Hello everyone. I know you can't see my face today, but I'm going to go step by step with you on how to make very basic lavender soap. And this is the lavender soap that I made. So before we begin, please subscribe, click the notification button, give me a thumbs up, and leave me a comment below. This is very basic. You can make this in hour tops. I'm going to show you step by step, even with my water and lye solution. I'm going to put the goggles on. Safety gear first, and my mask. And I know you can't see my face, but safety is first. So you always pour your lye, which is sodium hydroxide, into, move it over a little bit more, get it away from the soap, into your water, always. Make sure that your area is well ventilated. Make sure that you have your area prepped. If you can, well, you can see I have some plastic on my countertop, and I'm pouring it in. And I don't know if you can see the steam, but it's steaming. And this is a short video. It's not long because we don't have a whole lot of ingredients, but I just wanted to come on and make this step by step for you. Now we stir. I have my back door open, as well as a fan, a ceiling fan on, and my safety gear. So I'm going to set this aside. And I did not melt my solid, that's coconut oil. And then we have our olive oil, as well as the castor oil. So what I'm going to do, again, we have only 3 ingredients. In my first video, I mentioned the tools that are needed. You need several bowls. I usually use my pan, but I'm going to use the bowls today. So I'm going to place, with my spatula, I'm going to place, this is the coconut oil. Well, it's a solid, so it's solid now. And the recipe will be in the description box below. It's not a lot. So I'm going to put that in. And the temperatures, again, supposed to be between 110 and 130. Because it's not a big recipe, I am going to take the temperature of my water and lye solution, and I'll show you. Okay, I'm at 1, let me take it again. I'm at 170 with the water and lye solution. Again, make sure you put your water and lye solution in a secure place, which is your sodium hydroxide. I'm going to do this a little bit different today. To melt my, let me use the strainer this time because of how, put that down. I want to melt this solid. So I'm going to put this in just to melt the solid. To make it an oil. So I usually put it on the stove and heat it up, but I'm gonna do it this way today, and it's okay. As a matter of fact, this is my first time doing it this way. If you like, you can melt your oil beforehand, or you can cut off some of that time and add in your water and lye solution prior, just to melt the solid. And again, you want to use a strainer, so any of the residue that's in there, it won't be in your recipe. There we go. Now we have, let me move this over. It's a liquid. So now I'm going to add my olive oil. And you want to always have a spatula to get all of the ingredients out of the bowl. So this is step by step, so you can see. Look at that, look at that. I know, I get excited. Okay. Soap making is so much fun. Now I'm adding my castor oil, which I could have added the two before. I could have added the olive oil and the castor oil together, but again, it's all going into one. And I'm going to pour the rest of the lye solution in. And again, I'm going to put you on pause when I blend. So you see what we have now, right? Excuse me. See that color is beginning to blend together, which we want to trace. Now I'm going to add the rest of the water and lye solution. And stir some more. And now I'm going to use the blender. So again, I'm not going to blend. While I'm recording, I'm going to pause and blend, and you see how that looks. So let's see how it looks after I blend. And again, we want to trace. So when you put in your blender, you want to place it on the side so you won't collect any bubbles, and then place it in and begin to blend. And I wanted to show that again, when you put it in from the side, and then you place it into the bowl, and then you blend. So can you see the difference? I have a trace. So now I'm going to clean off my blender. My outlet is on the opposite side. I'm right-handed and it's on my left side. So I'm going to clean off the blender, and I'm going to add now the essential oil, which is lavender. I'm not adding any lavender buds. I don't have any lavender buds. And again, this is a very basic lavender recipe. I'm not even adding color, which if I was going to add color, I would add some purple clay. In my last video, when I made rosemary soap, I added some green clay. But this is very basic. Unplug. Place that in the sink. Get it out the way. And then I'm going to, well, now I'm going to stir in. And I don't have a lot of lavender. As a matter of fact, the ingredients that I'm giving you, it's more lavender than I have. I don't want a lot, so you can add or subtract. And I subtract. Oh, that lavender smells good. So I'm going to continue to mix, and that's it. The ingredients that oh, the lavender smells so good. The ingredients for this very basic lavender soap is olive oil, coconut oil, castor oil. You, of course, have your distilled water. That's what you want to use, distilled water for the ingredients. And you have lye, sodium hydroxide, which is lye. You prep your area. You want to make sure you put some plastic down. And again, you want to make sure that you use all of your utensils only for soap making. And you want to have an area where you can work without any interruptions because you're using lye. Now I'm going to pour the recipe into my mold. And I might be using 2, which is a good thing. But I want to use this one. And once I'm done, I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. I want it to get even harder. Okay. All right. I want it to get even harder than what it is, because I want to put a design on the top. Maybe I shouldn't put a design on the top this time. I should just leave it the way it is, because most of my soap I have designs. I think I'll leave it. Just finish getting the rest of this out. So I hope again that I was helpful. If you want, this could be your first soap making process. Instead of the peppermint or the rosemary, you could do the very basic lavender. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Click the notification button. Give me a comment and a thumbs up. And I want to give a shout out to Stephaine Perry. She was very instrumental in helping me begin my YouTube channel. I want to give her a shout out because she had a challenge, a 5-day challenge, and I was part of that challenge. And here I am. I may just let this sit a little bit longer and decide on what I want to do. But you have to cover the mold with, I use a piece of cardboard. You cover the mold and then you have to wrap it in a towel or a blanket. And I use a blanket. So I cover with a piece of cardboard. I cut it out to the same size of the mold. Then I wrap it in a blanket, but you can use an old towel. Again, anything that you use for soap making, you do not want to use it for personal use. And click the notification button so you will know the next video that I will upload. Thank you for watching. See you next time.